the cowboy.
I put a little Jamaican rub on it.
Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine Hy-Vee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
Holy moly. Hello, Friday. It's good to see you. Even though it is a little overcast as we're doing this show in the morning, just a little bit after 8:30, we have made it to the end of the week. And by all accounts, it's going to be another hot day today and a hot one this weekend, which is good news because we've kind of been dealing with this fake summer, if you'll have it, where just a lot of rain and not super warm weather. It's going to be interesting to see what July and August look like. And even into September. Will September be one of those months that starts out really hot? I don't know. I'm not a meteorologist, but I'm excited to have some warm weather. I know that places like the Muscatine Aquatic Center, they've got to be happy because, I don't want to assume, but you have to believe that just haven't had that many people out swimming, right? I mean, places like Deep Lakes Park, probably not as many people. Aquatic Center, you get some days in the upper 80s and 90s. Look at that. 92 today, 90 tomorrow, 94 on Sunday and Monday. Oh my gosh. That is going to be a scorcher, everybody. Wow. All right. So remember when it was the polar vortex and it was 50 or 60 below zero and we all made that promise, we raised our right hand and repeated after me, I, insert your name, will not complain when it's 90 degrees and humid. Because it was like 50 below zero. So we'll get through these couple of days and you'll be fine. And relief from the heat will be just around the corner. So last night, the Almost Friday Fest in downtown Muscatine along the riverfront started off on the right foot, I would say. So that was off to a successful start. And we say congratulations to everybody involved with that, including Chris Bohr and Brenda Christensen, some of the organizers. So nice to have something going on in Muscatine. And for the folks that were commenting, we put a little video up on the Hy-Vee Facebook page. For the folks that were commenting, they didn't know that the Almost Friday Fest was going on. It'll happen each month. So there'll be one in July, August, and September. And it'll be that last Thursday of the month, right? So here's a little video, a little panoramic action. So you can see families, folks enjoying the outdoors, some games, and some bounce houses. So that looks good, right? How about that? Grass nicely mowed, so that's always good, right? You got to have the grass freshly cut makes a big difference along the riverfront, and of course, no floodwaters. That's what it's all about. Last thing I'll mention before we get the show rolling, if you are going to do some grilling this weekend and you need to exchange that propane tank, this is exciting. You can go to Hy-Vee Gas, and coming soon we'll have some propane tanks right outside the store here. $14.99 for the propane exchange. That is a really good price. Some folks asking on Facebook, is that a good price? And I want to just scream from the mountaintops, yes, it's really good. $14.99 all summer, so you can check that out. And again, go to Hy-Vee Gas and get your propane tank taken care of, right? Propane exchange, say that 3 times fast. Propane exchange. Propane exchange, $14.99. And if you're going to do some grilling and you're going to grill some of the best shrimp ever, you need to have a full thing of propane. Captain John DeNovo is your Hy-Vee seafood manager, and he's had one fun week. Captain,
yes, we have.
You start off the week, and I just saw it, and then you told me, because when you talk about shrimp that are the size of these shrimps that we're going to show y'all in just a second, I mean, people get excited.
Yes.
And I don't know if it's just if this is something that we haven't had in the store before or what. We got done with the show on Monday. I looked over and I saw what you were doing with these shrimp, and I was like, what's the deal with those? So, Captain John, what's the deal with these awesome shrimp, man?
All right, so I got a big display set up here right behind us of those shrimp. They're Argentinian shrimp, guys.
These things
Look how
are
big those are.
They're
Look how big they are.
humongous.
Holy smokes.
I mean, I feel like I've seen a lot of shrimp and ate a lot of shrimp in my day, but look at the size.
Look at that one right there, wherever my finger's going to be. But yeah, you got some huge ones in there.
Jeez Louise.
And they're only $9.99 a pound.
So
That's
you
the best
talk
part,
about
guys.
something like that, and people get excited, and
Yes.
you get excited because it's a good deal, but it's a quality product, and the proof is in the pudding. So we've had so many people that have bought this already and loved it and have been back to buy more.
We've already sold 104 pounds
Jeez.
since Monday.
That's a lot of shrimp.
104 pounds since Monday, guys.
Ryan is thinking he could eat 104 pounds of shrimp. So this is easy to take care of, right? So
Yes.
for the folks at home, they would come out to Hy-Vee, they would buy a pack or 2 or 3 or
Yep.
4,
Yep.
and then they're going to take it home. And what do they need to do to it, John, to get
Okay,
it prepared?
I would thaw it out whenever you're going to use it.
Sure.
Thaw it out in some cold water.
Okay.
That's what I did this morning when I cooked some up. Thawed them in cold water, and I took the shell off and just skewered them up and grilled them that way.
Gotcha.
But you could cook them with the shell on, too, and then just
Ooh.
take the shell off afterwards. They're already deveined, so they're cleaned. Everything's good to go on them.
And we're looking right now, Cody's got a little mobile
As you can tell,
cam
we've
over
sold
there.
quite a bit. I
was
had
gonna say.
I had about 150 pounds in there to start the week off, and that's what we're down to. I got another 120 pounds in today, so I'll be stocking that up a little bit.
So if you're watching the show sometime during the weekend, get out to Hy-Vee and check this out. Now, is this a shrimp that you want to be able to carry moving forward, or is
Yes,
it something
I'm
that's...
going to hopefully, as long as they're able to keep getting it in, I'm going to
Okay.
keep doing it for the foreseeable future.
Excellent. And when you can see when they cook up, they
Shrink down, but they're still huge.
they're still a great size, though. And you said, what did you put on these again?
I put
Captain
Jamaican
John?
rub, which is
Okay.
a staple of Muscatine.
Yeah.
We put it on our pork chops a lot. A lot of people buy those and the ribs and everything, and
I mean,
just grilled them up for a few minutes.
and they're ready to go.
Yeah.
And that I'm going to try one because, I mean,
I'm going to try one with you,
the
Tony.
best part of doing this show is being able to not only talk about these great deals. Look at the size of that. That's humongous, right?
Can't beat it.
I mean, you cannot beat that. I'm just going to one bite it.
Ready,
Is that what
Tony?
you're
Let's
gonna
just do it.
All right, hello. Oh, man. Ryan Broderson, you're in heaven, buddy.
Holy
You're going to be in
smokes.
heaven. That is so good. Just a little bit of that seasoning, and it's good to go.
I seasoned it very lightly, and I just grilled it for a few minutes.
Oh,
Super
man.
easy.
That is good.
Very good.
Wow, I got to tell you, that is definitely something that you want to take home. And again, look at the size of these. So that's one of those like party shrimps where it's got the cocktail sauce. These guys, I mean, I think it is about the look though, right?
Yeah.
Because when you see something, like I said, I mean, it caught my eye on Monday. There's a lot in this store. I'm easily distracted already.
Yeah, exactly.
But I just saw what John was doing and I was like, okay. I mean, look at how good those look, right? And it's going to be healthy and easy to take care of.
And there's so many
right?
ways to cook it. It's not just about grilling it.
Yeah.
You could boil them too. Like I
Yeah.
said, thaw them out, put them in a pot of boiling water with shrimp oil and like a Zatarans, and you're good to go
It's super
for about 5
exciting.
minutes.
So that's just one of the many great things that you can do on the grill or in your home in the kitchen, right?
Yep.
And the best part about seafood, healthy, doesn't take a lot of time. And it's kind of like, I would like to say it's Tony proof. Like I'm not going to
Yes.
burn shrimp.
No, you're not
right?
going to.
I'm not
No,
going to burn
no.
shrimp. Even
Once you
if I
start seeing them
tried.
curl,
Yeah.
like we got in the picture here, once you start curling up,
That's it.
you're good to go on them. So
They
yeah,
almost
once
like
they
tell
curl
you
up,
when they're done, right?
Yep.
It's like, hey, listen, I'm done. You don't have to overcook me.
Right, you see how those guys are curled up right there? You're good. They're done.
They're done.
There
And
you
they're
go.
ready to be. I thought Ryan was going to
Yeah.
walk over and grab one.
There you go. Come on,
He's
Ryan.
done it
Let's
before.
go. Just do it.
He's shy all of a sudden. He doesn't want to get. Look at him. He's like, no. You don't like shrimp? Is that what you're saying? Oh boy, we could.
You'll
change-
like these shrimp.
I
I'll
was gonna
change it
say,
right now.
This is the thing, like and that sometimes, and it's. I'm glad that Ryan's saying that because sometimes with seafood, people just need to try it,
Yep.
right? And then they understand how good it is and how easy it is to prepare at home. You
Yep.
know this firsthand. You deal with it all the time, but whether it's these giant awesome shrimp or if it's this, what have you had, the Copper River salmon?
Got a Copper River salmon. I was supposed to get
gosh.
some in today, but I didn't. Hopefully tomorrow.
That stuff is just
Yeah.
awesome. So there are some things in your business with seafood, John, that are seasonal for sure, right?
Yes. Yeah, Copper River salmon, that's a seasonal item. Fresh halibut, seasonal. Walleye's another seasonal item.
Right.
Oysters, we can only get in during the winter. I can't get those in right now.
Did you have like an octopus in the case the other day?
Yes,
What
I
was
did.
that?
Yes, I
saw
did.
that.
I'm going to be having one in there tomorrow as well.
Gosh. So the selection is there. There are some staples that you always tend to have, right?
Yep.
It seems like you always got to have like catfish and muscatine.
You're always going to have salmon portions,
Yeah.
catfish. You're going to have your varieties of shrimp all the time.
But
But
when you talk
oysters are
about-
seasonal and a bunch of
Yeah.
other stuff. Yep.
And people know, right? That's what's exciting. And all you have to do is really walk past this part of the store and see what's in and then ask questions if you have them. I can't stress that enough. Sometimes it's literally just about asking questions and going, okay, you know what, that looks good.
I'm super comfortable with cooking seafood. When I first started here about 8 years ago, I didn't really know how to do it. And Don Fisher, who is now our Cheese Island manager, he actually taught me how to cook salmon for the first time.
Wow.
And it's been easy peasy from there. I mean, I got it on my first try, and simple as can be. Eileen's setting the case up right now. So
Yeah, you can kind of take a look. Again, everything in the case is set.
we got the nice color in there. We got tilapia. We got
Wow.
salmon, some trout,
It
old
looks
catfish.
so. It is colorful, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all about color. That's why we have the pineapples in there and everything. And such a variety. I think last time I counted it, I had like about 45 or 50 items in there.
Jeez Louise, it's great, and always can find things with a fuel saver on them and that highest quality, right? So
Yep.
it looks good. It's set out every single day by people that know what they're doing. And as we always say when you're here, Hy-Vee is one of the few companies that has a USDC lot inspector that checks every
Yes.
seafood item.
Yes.
So that they know when something like this awesome shrimp shows up that it's ready to go, and for y'all watching, you can take it home and enjoy it. I mean, that's something that they
you can't
really
beat
put
it.
a
Like
lot
I
of
said,
thought
it's
into.
so easy to cook.
Yeah.
And between me and Eileen's been here for over 30 years. I've been
Yeah.
here for 8 years. So
You know your stuff.
we know our stuff. We've been doing it a while.
So we talk about some of the seasonal stuff. Karen on Facebook saying the shrimp looks amazing. Karen, let me tell you, not only does it look amazing,
Tony's going in for another one.
it tastes amazing, Karen. It's really good. So
Delmer, you want one? Come on, you're licking your chops right now.
Oh, look at that. Delmer Coolers. Isn't
Delmer
that
bought some the
convenient?
other day, actually.
Did he really?
Yeah, he did.
Hello, everybody. Here comes Delmer.
Yes. Here we go.
He's foregoing the toothpick. He's going in bare hand. Delmer, everybody.
Very good.
If I touch them all, I can eat them all, he says.
There you go.
You're not wrong.
Nice and juicy and just they're
Those
awesome.
are perfect. So as you look ahead, they
Yeah.
are really good, aren't they? So we talk about some of the seasonal stuff. As you look ahead, are there things that you'll be getting in the next few weeks that you'll only have for a short period of time?
Once again, the salmon, wild caught salmon, and then we get varieties of salmon throughout the rest of the summer here.
Okay.
Coho season will be coming up. Cata season will be coming up, and those
Okay.
are species of salmon for those who don't know.
Nice.
So we basically get the different species for a week or two.
Okay.
And, I'd say about end of August, we're not going to be getting wild caught salmon after that.
I was gonna
outside
say.
of previously frozen. So.
Right. So you really need to get in here if this is the thing that you like. If you like watching the different items change in the seafood department, you
Yep.
don't want to miss out on anything. Is what I'm
No,
getting at.
no, certainly not.
What about like swordfish? Is that something that you have readily
Yep,
available?
yeah, it comes frozen to us. So swordfish,
Sure.
steaks, and tuna and all that stuff. That's something I can get in on a regular basis.
So fantastic. But the deal for sure that we're excited about this week, these giant shrimp. They
foreseeable
look so
future,
good.
hopefully,
Oh,
guys. We're
yeah.
gonna just keep pushing these.
I mean, you
and-
see it and you try it and
Look
it's
at
just
that.
game over, right?
Awesome.
I mean, I'm thinking like shrimp tacos would be good with that. You just make maybe you do a skewer with some vegetables, throw them
If
on the
you're gonna
grill.
do shrimp tacos, look at those. I mean, just maybe 3 per taco. I mean,
I was gonna say you're all set with just a couple of them. Easy to cook. That Jamaican seasoning is nice, and for the folks at
Yep.
home that haven't tried it, the thing that I'll say about that Jamaican seasoning is that it's not like overpowering. It's not hot. It just
Nope.
gives a lot of
and
good
the Jamaican
flavor.
seasoning, we carry that readily above the meat case over
Okay.
there, our service meat case. We got a whole bunch of it up there all the time. So
And a little bit goes a long way, right?
I just seasoned those very lightly, as you
Yeah.
can tell. I just did a little bit on each side.
It's awesome. I mean, even if you're going to do like a shrimp scampi, whatever the shrimp dish is, try this shrimp because you will not go back to whatever you
And
were
one
doing
tip
before.
when you're grilling those, I'd even put a little butter over them.
Okay.
I was over to grilling them, and Alicia's just like, let's put some butter over it. So
Yes.
she put some butter over it, some melted butter.
Put
and,
some butter
turned
on
out
there.
awesome.
Yeah, these are good ideas that we're passing along to y'all. All
Yes,
we need you
guys.
to do is, I mean, we know that they're selling because you've gone through
104 pounds.
in 4 days. Well, 5
I'm hoping
days,
through the
not
weekend here
even.
we can sell 200 pounds for the week. That's my goal.
Jeez
So.
Louise, that would be awesome. Well, I know if you have anything to do with it, you will be pushing it.
Intercom
And
after intercom
that's
after
right.
intercom, baby.
All the good announcements, and it's worth it though when you try it. I mean, I just want you to come out and check it out. and just elevate your next cookout, whether it's dinner tonight or this weekend, or you want to try something new, a different recipe, and you've been looking for a good quality shrimp like that.
And even this weekend, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually cook some up and put a little silent demo in front of that bunker over there for you guys to try.
Well, I think people that are in the store are going to really appreciate that. If you're in the store this weekend,
you might luck out, might find some out there to try with toothpick.
Yeah, so look for that and then just take as many home as you can, because I don't want y'all to show up on Sunday and go, oh, that shrimp's gone? Well, we kind of told you.
You got to get it before it's gone, guys.
Right. Don't miss out on it. Captain John, thank you, sir. Great
thank you, sir. Pleasure as always.
This is awesome. This shrimp is definitely something you should try out, and we want you to come into Hy-Vee and give it a whirl. I can't believe Ryan Broderson's still sitting there thinking he's not on Team Shrimp. All right. Well, I think we'll be able to take care of it. Chad, I feel like, might be more of a shrimp fan than Ryan, maybe? Or Cody, are you the shrimp lover on this show? Yeah, Cody's nodding his head, yes. All right, we're going to go CBI Bank and Trust Aisle Cam if we could. And listen, these things I've had 2 of them already, and I don't want to be rude, but I could eat at least 2 more. That's how good they are, and you're going to love it, right? So the meat department's going to be ready to go this weekend. Hot weather, hot grills, having fun. Meat department always has good choices, and I tell you what, those guys and gals care an awful lot, and they'll take care of you. So come in, walk back, and whatever you need, right? You can see just in that shot alone some of the selection that's there. It's great, and yeah, we'll get you all taken care of. All right, our next guests are in the store. I saw them because they're my kids, and I just sent my wife a text to start heading this way. In the meanwhile, let's go to Cody if he's got the Toyota of Muscatine cart cam ready. What I like about this being a busy Friday is that there's already a lot of people in the store. So as we get ready for our next guest, we'll send it to Cody in the Toyota of Muscatine cart cam. Cody, I would like you to head towards the Wine and Spirits entrance if you could, sir, because there are a lot of good deals at Wine and Spirits. There's some new displays of wine that have been built right near the entryway. So we'll talk about those in just a second. There goes the Toyota of Muscatine cart camera. We're getting our next guest situated here. Gonna get microphones clipped on them in just a second. In the meanwhile, you're watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Friday. So good to be with you. Going down aisle 11, Cody is making the shortcut. I like that we've got that little wagon. That's like one of those things that you don't think Hy-Vee carries. We've got it. Bought some sunglasses yesterday because I needed a pair. And I like... It's nice having people on the show that are shorter than me, which is usually most of our guests are shorter than me. So, yeah. All right, here goes Cody towards Wine and Spirits, and you'll see it, Cody, right on your left. There are some good-looking wine displays, and, yeah, we're going to lose our signal maybe because we've stretched it to the capacity. But there you go, right there. Whether it's the kinky stuff, the Jack Daniel's mixes, and then there's this Meridian wine that is really good and ready to go with a fuel saver, right? I think it says $4.99 with a 5-cent fuel saver. There was so much stuff near Wine and Spirits. They really did a great job setting all of those displays yesterday, and we hope that you'll stop by and check that out here at your Muscatine Hy-Vee. So Steve Graham is saying hi to our next guests that are here, and it's my kids. Look at this. So this is Henry, and that is Teddy, and it's their first time on the Hy-Vee Today show, and they already know to watch out for Uncle Delmer over there. Isn't that right? So how you doing, guys?
Good.
Good. Yeah, you want to ask him questions? Ted, did you bring your sunglasses? Do you want to put them on to show everybody how cool they are?
Yeah.
And he also brought his penguin. So how have you guys been doing this summer?
Good.
Good. What's that? All right, look. See, you can look at this camera right here, Ted. Look at that one right there. Look at how great you look. So what are we doing this summer, Henry? What are you going to do today?
We're going to go to the aquatic center.
Nice. Because it's going to be hot out, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. I think your sister is jealous that she's not on the show.
At 12 o'clock, I think we're going to go.
At 12 o'clock. Okay, is that when the aquatic center opens? Nice. All right. So did you save a turtle this morning? Is that what I heard?
Yeah.
What happened, Ted?
It was in the road.
There was a turtle in the road?
Wait, let me tell the rest.
Okay.
It peed on Mom's arm.
Oh, wait. What did it do?
It peed on Mom's arm.
Oh, no. So Mom picked up a turtle and it went to the bathroom on her? Is that what you're saying? Okay, I'm almost happy that Ted's not mic'd up when he's telling some of these stories. So Henry, was it a big turtle?
I think it was a snapping turtle, or I think it was just a normal turtle. I
Okay.
think it was about this big.
Holy moly!
This big.
It was that big?
No, it wasn't that big.
It was a huge turtle, apparently.
Yeah.
It was the biggest turtle ever. Oh my gosh! All right, Ted, we're gonna put a microphone on you, okay? That's Ryan. He's gonna clip that on you so people can hear you, okay? Not that you need one usually. You're loud enough.
Yeah, because I have one right here.
Yes, you do. Okay, so far on this Friday, again, they've saved a turtle from the road. They're on the show for the first time, and they're going to go to the aquatic center to swim. Now, Ted, are you looking at yourself in the camera? Is that what you're doing? I know you guys don't like shrimp. Otherwise, I would offer you one of those shrimp, but probably not, right?
Yeah.
No? Okay. Well, they're really good. Maybe Mom will have one. One of the things that I know we're all excited about is we love our arcade in our basement, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I sent Ryan a picture, and we're going to show everybody at home. They've already seen this, but that's a picture of Henry and Ted playing the arcade game. What's your favorite game on that, Henry?
I think the Mario game is my favorite one.
Okay. What about you, Ted? What's your favorite arcade game?
Mine is What's your favorite game? Do you like all the games, or you just like the Ninja Turtle one?
The Ninja Turtle game.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
The Ninja Turtle game is very appropriate because they just talked about saving a turtle this morning, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't it fun seeing yourself on the screen? Do you guys like that?
Yeah.
I am a giant. That's what I realized sitting next to these guys. Okay, so who's excited to go back to school?
Me.
Really?
Me.
All right, so what grade are you going to be in, Henry?
2nd grade.
Okay, and Ted, what about you?
I don't know.
I don't know. Preschool, 4-year-old preschool, right?
Yeah, 4-year-old preschool.
You know what you could call it? PK4. Can you say PK4?
PK4.
There you go. That's pretty good.
Can you say PK4?
Uh-oh, look out behind you. Steve's there. Oh, man. He's giving you bunny ears on TV. Did you see that? All right, so what else have we done recently? You guys saw Toy Story 4. How was it? Was it a good movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Was it funny or was it a little sad?
In one of the parts, they did like Plush Rush, and when the grandma was asleep, when they kept Forky in like the cage,
Yeah.
they just went up to the bed, and they were just so funny.
It was so funny?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. We didn't spoil it, right? We didn't spoil Toy Story 4, so like maybe Ryan hasn't seen it yet. So Ryan, that was just one of the funny parts. You can still go and see it and not worry about it being spoiled. Are there any other movies that you want to see this summer still?
I want to see The Grinch.
The Grinch. Ted wants to see The Grinch. Yeah, we can watch The Grinch.
Yeah.
What about fireworks? Are we going to light off any fireworks on the 4th of July?
Yeah. Yeah.
What kind of fireworks are we going to do?
Sparklers, I think.
Okay. And anything else? Any big ones?
Remember, I think last year that we had this like thing where like fireworks like went into the sky.
That's right. And we're only going to light off the fireworks on the 3rd of July and the 4th of July when it's legal to, right, guys?
Yeah.
That's right. And did you see the giant King Kong gorilla out in the parking lot near the fireworks tent?
Yeah.
Isn't that awesome?
I was like, what the heck
Right.
is this?
What the heck is this? Yeah, this is like a comedy routine. They complete each other's sentences.
The back. We saw the back.
Look, that's Cody. Cody took a picture with it yesterday. Isn't that cool? Wow. Is that? It's just pretend though, right? It's not real.
Yeah,
It's just
I
like
already know because every time we was like this.
Yeah, well, this morning they had to turn the fan on to blow him up, and he started like doing the wave. All right, so will you tell everybody to come and buy their fireworks from the tent at Hy-Vee?
Come buy the fireworks at the tent at Hy-Vee.
Remember last year we bought a lot of them, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to. Ted, you like fireworks, don't you?
I like smoke bombs.
Smoke-
Big ones and small. Small. Yes. Yeah, my favorite.
Smoke bombs.
My favorite smoke bomb is the red one because it's because it's super cool.
Green.
Because I think that they're making red smoke bombs, but
Yeah.
I think that there's no more smoke
A
bombs.
green one, a green
That's
one.
red.
Yeah, I think you guys could take over
I
the
like
rest of the
red
show, and I
ones.
could just sit here and eat shrimp.
I like green.
Do you think our new neighbors liked when we were doing smoke bombs the other night?
No.
No. Well, I think smoke bombs and sparklers are legal. What about little sister? Do you think little sister is going to like fireworks, or is she too small?
I think she's too small.
You think she's too small? Okay. Look, we got Lucy on camera right
Yeah.
there. There's Lulu. Lulu's on the screen. She's rocking out in the in the cart. She's almost in the cart cam herself. All right, so busy day ahead. Anybody going to play the arcade game tonight? What do you think?
Me.
Yeah? Okay. Did you get a cookie from the bakery yet? You know they give you free cookies, right?
We got
I
Toy
know.
Story 4.
You got Toy Story 4 cookies. Oh, yeah, look at those. Those just arrived, and apparently we're taking a pack of them home already. Lucy is so excited. She's going to eat all of those cookies. You see that?
No.
Your sister had it. But look, Lucy's holding them right now. Hi, Lulu. How you doing?
Hi, Lulu.
Look, she's manhandling those cookies. Don't drop them, girlfriend.
I have something too.
Oh, my gosh. What do you have?
I think I brought something.
Oh, you brought your puppet. All right, so we'll show everybody your puppet, and then we'll get you guys out of here in just a second. I like that we were kind of ahead of schedule this morning. I didn't even realize what time it was, and here we go. All right, so Ted, what's your penguin's name?
Teddy.
Teddy the penguin. And Henry, you have a puppet, and what's the puppet's name?
Johnny.
Johnny.
Watch this.
So, and Johnny, what does Johnny want to say to the people watching Hy-Vee today?
Yeah.
Yeah, what did he say?
He said.
Mm-hmm.
He said that he's very excited to be on the
look
show
at my
today.
Does Johnny need a microphone to talk into?
Look at.
I
Look at
would
my
love to be on the show today.
Awesome.
Dad, look at my penguin.
And your penguin, yeah. Does your penguin have anything to say, Ted?
I eat people.
I eat people. Great. We have a people-eating penguin in Muscatine. Just what we needed.
My puppy
Yeah.
eats yarn cheeseburgers.
Nice. Yarn cheeseburgers. That's good. That's part of a balanced diet. Johnny the puppet is a vegetarian, obviously. We learned that. All right, so have you guys thought about taking...
bite my butt out.
Oh, jeez. All right. The penguins are attacking each other. Emily says, this is great. Thank you, Emily. They would love to bring the show to your house. If you're interested, they can take it on the road and come over and see you. Now, what about baby Lucy? Do you think Lucy wants to be on the show? Should we show everybody at home?
Yep.
Yeah.
Lucy's hanging out in the Hy-Vee cart. She's got the thing of cookies right next to her.
Yeah, because she wants to eat it.
There's Lulu. She's got a good hairdo. Hey, Lulu. Hi, Lucy.
Hi.
How you doing, girlfriend? Yep. She is growing up fast, isn't she, guys?
Yeah.
All right.
She is growing up. If you can see very close, there's
Yeah.
the cookies by her.
I saw that she's got all the Toy Story cookies. She's
Yes.
ready to go, right?
Yeah, she is
Man.
all ready to go.
I'll tell you what, she's good. All right. Well, I think we're gonna get you guys out of here to the Aquatic Center in a little bit.
Woo!
Thanks for coming on the show. Is there anything that you want to tell the people watching Hy-Vee today? Should they all come on the show?
Today.
And let's fight my brothers.
Yeah, in the background. Maybe they should come in the background.
They should come in the background. That's what we want. We want more people showing up in the background of the show.
Maybe
That's what
I
we
want to eat my brother.
Yeah, do you see where Johnny is?
Yeah, that could be them, right? And
Yeah.
you'd be talking to them in the background.
They're like,
All right, Ted, you want to put your sunglasses on one more time because they're kind of cool. Henry, thanks for bringing Johnny the puppet. Again, these are my boys. If you're just tuning in, they've wanted to come on the show. It's summer, so they've got a little bit. They've got a little bit of a break. Ted, those Paw Patrol sunglasses are hilarious. They look really good, man. You're styling and profiling. All right, can you guys say goodbye to everybody?
bye.
All right, one more time, friendly wave. Ted, can you say bye?
Bye.
There you go. Will you come on the show again, you think?
Yeah.
All right, very good. All right, so there you go. That's the boys. They've been wanting to come on. We made it happen. It was tough to book them, though, right? Had to talk to their agent. Cody's going to help you out with your microphones, then we'll get you off the chairs, okay, guys? All right, thank you very much. Good job. Don't forget Johnny the puppet, okay? All right, we may have to help Ted down a little because he's kind of a shorty. All right, Ted, here you go, buddy. This is awesome. I don't usually get to help our guests off their chair. See, you can do what they're doing. You can be in the background, right? Remember that one day we had like a whole school of kids in here? Yeah, you can just dance around in the background. It's kind of like what Delmer does already. He just dances around back there. It's a good move. It's a good look. All right, very good. That's fun. Happy that they're able to do that. Emily says, what a wonderful family you have. Well, I appreciate that. Thanks for saying that. Stephanie says, adorable. Apparently, all these people want to do is watch kids and cooking. So we could do a whole show that's just kids and shrimp, right? We could totally make that happen. Jeez Louise, if I knew it was that easy, I would have changed the whole format a long time ago. Hello there. All right, so, right, yeah, they wanted to come on, and I'm glad that we were able to make that happen. So, with that being said, Friday morning is here. We're happy to have made it to the weekend and ready to go. Chris, you can head over whenever, sir. We're ahead of schedule. We are never ahead of schedule, right? This never happens. I almost can't believe it. I'm looking at the time and I'm going, this is awesome. We could bring Delmer on at the end if we need, not that we need him, but I mean, we could if we wanted to. All right, I'm going to mention a couple things today before I forget. Today is National Logistics Day. I talk about logistics a lot on this show in the sense that you think about an event last night with the Almost Friday Fest and the logistics that it took to pull that off, all the volunteers and everybody making a group effort to make that happen. That's awesome. It's also National Insurance Awareness Day. Are you properly insured? You got the car insurance, health insurance, dental insurance, eye insurance, so much insurance, right? Some of it I understand. Some of it I still shake my head like I have no idea. It's Paul Bunyan Day, which is very fitting. Paul Bunyan, of course, giant person in stature, maybe our very own King Kong in the parking lot, and Paul Bunyan could be friends. I don't know if Babe, the Blue Ox, would get along with the giant King Kong in our parking lot, but you never know. And it's also National Alaska Day. Has anybody here ever been to Alaska on the show? Nobody's been to Alaska? We're missing out, man. I want to go to Alaska. That would be awesome. We got one mic down here. I don't know if we need that one. Just a heads up. One on the table is one to use. Okay, perfect. So we're happy to be with y'all, and we look forward again to a busy weekend. Delmer, I got more shrimp if you need one. Let me know. I'll get it ready for you, pal. Here you go. A little toothpick for our friend Delmer. Thank you, sir. Hey, I care about you, buddy. Boy, that's okay. You are living up to your reputation. We appreciate Delmer Coolers, everybody, and happy to have him here. All right. Wow. Again, we're never early on this show. This never happens. It's like few and far between. Chris wasn't going to come on until 9:15, and not that it matters, but it's like 3 minutes after 9 o'clock. A lot of people watch this at a later point. They don't even care what time it is. People are watching this in the future and going, Tony, we don't even have time. We're in the future. It's in the year 3000. We're all, by the way, if you're watching this in the year 3000, we're all ghosts at this point. So thanks for tuning in. If you're
Dude, no, I'm going to be one of those heads from Futurama.
No, you don't want to be a frozen head. Is that what you want?
Yeah, why not? Why not? It'd be cool.
Is that the rumor? Is that like people like Walt Disney are frozen somewhere? I don't know if that's the best idea. All right, we've got some exciting stuff to talk about still. We've already had a good show with Captain John DeNovo coming on talking about these fantastic shrimp. Cody, come in one more time on these shrimp while Chris is getting himself situated with that microphone. Look at these shrimp right over here. I am telling you, these are the best shrimp.
Those are some nice looking shrimp.
They're massive. They're delicious. Jamaican rub seasoning. Cody's breakfast. Chad's breakfast. Ryan apparently hates shrimp. Doesn't want to have one. That's fine. If it was a thing of cheese curds, they'd be gone already. Wouldn't stand a chance. But all of a sudden, shrimp. It's like Ryan Broderson's kryptonite is shrimp. All right, Chris Anderson, you were at Almost Friday Fest last night.
I was.
Seemed like it went off without a hitch. Big success, and the weather cooperated.
It did, surprisingly. Like, it was all day long. We were worried because it was so hot, and there were like the heat advisories. But by the time the night rolled in, there were this cloud cover. It was nice. It was gorgeous. There was a little bit of a breeze. It was beautiful. What's
crazy is that if you saw any of the system that was going up north, some of the clouds, like north of 61, didn't look fun, but along the riverfront, it was
absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it was
so good.
Couldn't have asked for a better night.
So good. Glad to have people involved in that effort, and that'll continue with the next event in July.
Yeah,
right?
Holy cow! Yeah.
Can you believe it? It was like talked about, and then it was here. And all right, so you're here to not talk about Almost Friday Fest. You're here.
I'll talk about Almost Friday Fest all we want.
I'm going to say you talk about anything. That's what I like about you. You're here to talk about Discover Muscatine.
Yeah.
And it's set it on your name graphic. And for people that are watching this and they're going, I don't know what that is, can you tell the folks at home what they need to know about Discover Muscatine?
Yeah, so Discover Muscatine is a new locally owned, operated newspaper that'll land in everybody's mailboxes this Tuesday for the first edition.
So that would be Tuesday, July 2nd?
2nd.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And, the nice thing is we're doing a lot of local coverage.
Sure.
Exclusively local coverage. Amping up the community calendar functions in this town. A lot more ability for nonprofits
Sure.
to reach out to the community, get their message out. and really kind of helping support what it is that Muscatine needs. And, as I was watching the beginning of your show, you mentioned okay, we've got this awesome Almost Friday Fest going on. And some people, when we went live last night and some other stuff, like, wow, we didn't even know this was going on.
Right.
And so...
Didn't even know it was going on.
Right. And so that's one of our things that we want to be able to help alleviate in this community. And it's, if we're all being honest, it's an issue that's been a Muscatine issue for a long time. I mean, I've lived here my entire life.
Yeah.
And, everybody's like, oh, there's nothing to do in Muscatine. Well... Did you guys get that? That was pretty sharp.
Look at the people. This is what we need, right?
There's
stuff for families, stuff for single people, people with kids, without kids, people on motorcycles, whatever brought them out last night.
Yeah. There's part of the church family there poking around.
Gather, right?
I mean, there's Chris Bohr.
One of
the masterminds behind this thing.
Right. And it just all worked out.
It did. And, and this is, hey, there's Erica. So one of the great things that I love about what we're going to be able to do starting right now is, I've lived here my entire life.
Yeah.
And that's what Muscatine needs in journalism, and it's what it needs in what the advertisers need. It's what the community loves. Everybody loves local businesses in this town.
Yeah.
And so according to our research, and admittedly it's somewhat limited to Wikipedia.
Sure.
Because there's not a lot out there, but according to our research, this will be the first time since 1901 that a newspaper in Muscatine has been completely locally owned.
Wow.
And
since
it's
1901.
Yeah, that's as we can tell, and if somebody wants to correct us on this, if they get better information, that's great.
Sure.
But that's when Lee went up to the Quad Cities.
Right.
And so, local ownership's huge.
Yes, local always wins, right? I mean, you're never going to know. And that's the thing, you're talking about an issue that exists in this town is an information hub. This show provides information. There's a lot of outlets for information in Muscatine, and I hope that Discover Muscatine can become one of those lightning rods so that people feel like they don't miss anything, because that's the last thing that you want to feel if you made the choice like I did 7 years ago to live in Muscatine, work in Muscatine. I never want to miss something going on. It be different fundraisers, charity events, gatherings, people having block parties, whatever the example is. I never want to feel like I'm missing out on something, and that's what people are going to be able to find starting next week with Discover Muscatine.
Yeah, and I think the great thing about this is we're able to, because we're our office is literally right in the middle of downtown.
Correct.
If anybody needs anything, they need to know what's going on.
Sure.
They can stop in the office.
Right.
If anybody has questions, comments, the owner is sitting there, has a question, comment, concern.
Yeah.
We're not sending you who knows where to talk to who knows who.
Sure.
You just call us.
Well, it's just nice, again, to have a good local resource in town. And people need to know that you're starting next week with Discover Muscatine.
Yep.
And one of the exciting things for us at Hy-Vee is Hy-Vee and our new store director, Matt Schweitzer, making the decision to put the Hy-Vee corporate advertisement in Discover Muscatine. So when you see Discover Muscatine show up in your mailbox next week, that's the home for the Hy-Vee ad.
Yep.
And when you flip over the paper, that's where the Hy-Vee half-back page ad will live now, right?
Yep, and there's a top of roughly what the top is going to look like. You'll see the nice bridge. You'll always be able to tell us by the bridge. I mean, everybody in town knows the bridge. And we'll do something so you make sure you know which inserts are inside. And, the great thing is there's going to be more coming.
Right.
And so the other cool thing, and Ryan, I think you've got the coloring page. We partnered with
glad
Fridley.
this is
awesome.
Cool.
So we partnered with Fridley Theaters, who, of course, is, again, one of those things you can do in Muscatine.
Absolutely.
And we're actually going to do a coloring contest where you can clip it out, the kids color it, drop it off out at the Palms.
Yep.
And then they're going to put them all up on the windows out there. They'll select 5 winners, and they'll each get a ticket to a movie.
It's really, I love going to movies. I think Muscatine's fortunate to have, and the Fridley Company, I mean, there's a Mr. Fridley that still goes to work at 90-something years old in the Des Moines area. So that's a family-owned business that chose to invest in our community a couple years ago with this beautiful movie theater. I am when people tell me they haven't gone to the movie theater, I just shake my head because
it's amazing.
Especially during the summer, the movie theater is literally one of the coolest places in Muscatine.
It is.
Because it's always got air conditioning cranked up, and they do such a good job. So they're going to look for that coloring page, have the kids color it, and then take it out to the theater for a chance to win movie tickets.
Or they could drop it off down at our office too.
Perfect.
So, yeah.
That is awesome. I wonder, and I feel like a lot of them are maybe watching, and Veronica on Facebook says, Veronica Phillips says, excited to see what is in this new paper. Right, yeah, something new. New things are good, and don't be surprised when you see it, and especially if you shop at Hy-Vee, that's where you got to go, Discover Muscatine, to get the ad. With that being said, and if they're watching, cool, some of the other people that are going to make Discover Muscatine, do you want to introduce any of them?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, they're not here now.
They're not
going to
here now. No.
They're not going to like my kids and like pop up in the background like, hey, we're still here, Dad. Look it over here.
You never
I got
know,
a talking puppet here.
They may.
You can have puppets made for each of them, though, and then we can have
that would be
them,
cool.
Right?
We could totally do that.
I don't know.
No, so it's a lot of names and faces you'll recognize from the Muscatine community.
Mm-hmm.
Margaret Statwald, who's been a reporter in the area for a while now, will be our reporter. Jordan Davis and Alex Hughes will be, of course, part of the team, helping produce some great local content for us. Claudia Brislon, Ashley Lovelace. This is the great part. Ashley Lovelace is part of the team as our public relations director.
Sure.
So she'll help us, like with Almost Friday Fest. She'll be our connection to help make sure that that's all handled. Sarah Connors, who's been a part of my team for, a while now.
Sure.
And so it's great. It's a team that really cares. I mean, 2 of them live in downtown Muscatine.
Awesome. Cool.
So it's been great. We've had, for our first issue, Terry Eagle from the National Pearl Button Museum downtown. We're going to be putting in snippets of Muscatine history.
I like that.
And so it's just going to be great stuff like that, highlighting local people that you may not necessarily know what they do in the community. You may recognize the faces, because I'm sure any of us that have lived in Muscatine for more than 2 years, you know everybody, because if nothing else, you recognize their face because you've seen them at Hy-Vee or wherever.
Sure. Yeah.
So that'll be great. It's been tons of community support. And what are you laughing at?
No, I just know this is really exciting, and you haven't even talked about this until this moment, right?
Yeah, no, this is the coming out party.
This is the coming out party, right? And what an intro it is. Charla Schaefer, one of our mutual friends, watching on Facebook. A lot of people with us on the live stream. If you're just tuning in, it's Hy-Vee Today, Friday, the 28th of June, talking to Chris Anderson with Discover Muscatine, locally owned newspaper, coming to your mailbox next week. Hy-Vee ad in there. And this coloring contest, which I think is awesome. I like this idea a lot. I'm happy that the movie theater jumped on board. And Travis, shout out to Travis Gadel at the Palms for understanding that. So what you're saying is that I can't color that. Does it say no 35-year-olds?
It doesn't.
It doesn't. Well, then I'm in.
Well,
right?
and, actually, Travis and I didn't really talk about that. But here's what I would say. I mean,
no 35-year-old
maybe
men.
Henry could help you get one done, and we'll see.
So have the 7-year-old pose as the 7-year-old is what you're saying.
No, have the 7-year-old pose as you.
Gotcha. Okay, good.
So increase the quality.
I feel like I'm a pretty good colorer though. So, but it's to be seen. Well, it's been a while. It's been a while. No, it really hasn't been a while. We have coloring books. You know how this is.
It is. Yeah.
You have Wyatt. Wyatt's going into second grade. You got coloring pages and stuff.
We have colored so many Fortnite characters in the last.
So has Ryan Broderson. He loves the Fortnite. Now I'm assuming that Ryan plays Fortnite. He probably doesn't because he's very busy.
No.
Look at him. He's shaking it off.
He's probably afraid of Wyatt kicking his butt, so he doesn't play.
Snap. Well, look at that.
I don't know.
Well, on Facebook, let's see some comments. Faye says, I'm so excited to be part of such an amazing team. Awesome, Faye.
Faye's coming on as one of our sales reps.
Cool.
Yep, she's going to be great.
Jordan Davis chiming in. Ashley, I love Ashley.
Ashley's great.
Yeah.
There's not too many community events that she hasn't been a part of over the last couple
and just
years.
that Muscatine Sportsplex. Shameless plug for the Sportsplex. That place is
plug
legit. You got a kid's birthday party. Holy smokes.
Yep.
All right, so this is a lot to take on. This is a big endeavor.
It is.
And just for the folks that are going to see this at some point over the course of the next few days, just don't be alarmed when there's Discover Muscatine in your mailbox.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, absolutely. And, this is one thing, we wouldn't have been able to do it without tons of community support.
Sure.
Virtually every pillar of the Muscatine community over the last 20 years has been a part of laying this out and supporting it. And, I really look at it as we're going to kind of be the caretakers of Muscatine news for now. That's the community's trusting us to do that, and I hope we've earned it over the years, and we'll continue to earn it every day, every week. It's not a thing that you just do once. It's a weekly grind.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a lot of work and a lot of effort that goes into it. You can find Discover Muscatine on Facebook.
We literally just launched it, so everybody swing on out over there and like it, and we'll make sure that you get Muscatine news, a bunch of good stuff going on. And
it's nice when you can say since 1901, and what people might not understand is when you look at, maybe like the Muscatine Journal that's owned by Lee Enterprises, which is a giant corporation that, maybe at one point in 1900 was in Muscatine, but since 1901 has not been, right?
Yeah.
So when you can look people in the eyeballs that are owning and operating something like Discover Muscatine, that makes a difference. And I am local Larry, right? You can call me local Larry, maybe local Tony. I don't know. My name's not Larry. This whole time his name's been Larry? What? No, but I want to be as local as I can and support things that are made in Muscatine. I've often said that there should be a whole series, and I think Ryan Broderson probably trademarked my Made in Muscatine idea. Copyright 2019, Hy-Vee Say of Tony Tone. But the things that are made in Muscatine should be given attention and should be supported, and that's what it is, right? This is an all-inclusive thing for folks in this community, and we're excited for Hy-Vee to be there starting next week.
I appreciate it. One of the other great things is like Jody Hansen at the Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Sure.
She talks about people outside of Muscatine coming to actually discover what's here.
Sure.
And that was, as we named this and as we've looked at this and what we want to do is we really want the people that are here to discover it, plus the people that aren't. So, Jody's going to be helping us with some of the community calendar functions and making sure that everything that we're advertising to people outside of the community, we're making sure is getting advertised to people in the community too.
We definitely want to take care of folks in Muscatine always. And yes, anything we can do to bring people to town. I mean, you look at communities like LeClaire. LeClaire used to be Sneaky Pete's and Tugfest.
Right.
And LeClaire is one of those communities that has, now listen, they have a successful reality show, American Pickers. But whatever can be the spark to create business and then get people to come to town. Take care of people in your own backyard and get people to come into Muscatine. So we're going to take care of people in Muscatine, make sure they know what's going on, just like we try and do with this show. And then hopefully get the word out to people throughout Muscatine County so that they know what's going on in Muscatine or West Liberty or Wilton or wherever they may find themselves.
And that is the one great thing. We will be landing in every mailbox in Muscatine County.
Sure.
And so we'll be reaching out to the cities, West Liberty, Wilton, L&M School District, all those to make sure that they're a part of it. And, when we're talking about Muscatine, we're not just talking about the city. We're talking about the whole community.
Yeah, and I think that's important.
When I think of the community of Muscatine, I do think of West Liberty and Wilton and all those places within like 10, 15 minutes that, this kind of is their hub. And so,
well, you think about Muscatine County, and it's over 40,000 people.
It is.
I mean, I made that comment to my mom the other day, who's only been here for 2 years. We were talking about Jim Simmons leaving Hy-Vee, and she said, "Do you think it'll be weird going from a small town?" And I said, "I don't think I can say Muscatine is a small town. Muscatine County, 40,000 people is a lot.
Yeah, it is.
Right? 40, 42, 40. I think they're doing another census in 2020, so we'll have a better idea population-wise, but." Yeah, this is a large county that we're able to serve in a variety of ways.
Well, and you think about it. Okay, the Quad Cities is huge up there, and it really doesn't. Do a lot of us go up there? Sure, we do.
Sure.
But you can be in Wilton in 10 minutes.
Right.
You can be in West Liberty in 15.
Right.
You can't get across Davenport in 15 minutes. So
no, you can't. I've tried.
I think about like Winks out in West Liberty.
Sure.
It's a great bar and grill owned by some people here in Muscatine, family friends of ours.
Sure.
It's no different to drive up there than to go to the Quad Cities. So, those are the kinds of things that we want to highlight and make sure everybody knows about.
Well, it's an exciting endeavor for sure, and it's a lot of work. And, it is all about taking care of people at the end of the day and being a good hub for information. Like I said, that's the whole point of a show like this.
It is.
I mean, this is the only talk show in a grocery store. We're well aware of that, and we try to serve the community. And starting on Monday, the show will be live on cable, which is really exciting for us, and we're excited for y'all and everybody at Discover
awesome.
Muscatine.
Yep.
And we're all just trying to push this giant rock called Muscatine in a forward, positive direction.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, that's what we're all here to do. That's why I've decided to not go anywhere, staying in town as long as Ryan has me. He's on the fence sometimes. He's on the fence about it.
He may not be the only one.
But we're all in, right? I mean, I just had my kids on the show. We just bought our second house. We're not going anywhere. So we're going to just keep digging in and doing everything that we can. And it's all of us working together. There can't just be a handful of us. We can't go it alone. There's too much work to be done.
That's the thing I love about my office and all of us being right downtown. People can literally just stop in. And, you know, I think about some things that have happened, like the Y lost a teen moms program due to some funding cuts.
Yeah.
And that's a bad thing for a community. However, we can have the conversation, and I'd like to think we can maybe help lead it or provide some fuel to it, is, okay, unfortunately, we lost the funding. What's the next step then?
Right.
If this is something that's really helping our community, there's probably some volunteers out there that could help lower the cost to operate it. Maybe we help find a way to get them out to the Y to get that program back going if it's something the community wants. And I think that's, you know, journalism and news over the last however long has become so sensationalized that, you know, you kind of get lost in what's going on.
Right.
You don't even really know what the truth is. And not that, you know, hey, of course everybody has their own truth and whatever, but we can boil it down to, okay, here's where we're at.
Yeah.
Where can we go next? How can we foster a conversation about what we can do next?
And that's why I'm glad that your headline for the first issue of Discover Muscatine is Man Wrestles Alligator on Park Avenue. It's all about the clickbait, baby, and it's me wrestling an alligator photoshopped with it in a headlock.
We could go back, shout out to Westers.
Yeah.
Back in the day, back in like the 50s. And this is something that I'm going to bet we're probably the only ones. The Journal actually did a thing where Doc Wester wrestled a bear out at the old zoo.
This is not a good idea. I'm not wrestling a bear.
No, it was like a big publicity stunt. Maybe we can do that. I can we'll find an alligator, a bear.
How about a bear costume?
Dude, no, just go wrestle the gorilla out there.
That's exactly what we need to do. Man pops giant inflated. Please don't pop the gorilla in the fireworks.
Chad, you could take your drone up and get like an awesome aerial view of that, right?
We can Photoshop me on King Kong's shoulder.
Oh no, get up on there. No Photoshop.
There's no way
That's a live effect. Okay. That's 100% live effect.
Well, no sensational journalism. We just said that.
Oh shoot.
Man wrestles inflatable. Cody kind of did the other day. He took a selfie with it. He tipped it over. Cody tipped it over to take a picture with the Giants. King Kong out there. All right.
I missed that.
Yeah, well, we showed it earlier. It's a whole thing. Do we have the selfie that Cody took again? Can we show that?
I got to
just for the people at home know that he was out there wrestling King Kong and selling fireworks at the same time. Discover Muscatine next week, next Tuesday, which would be July 2nd.
Yes.
If I'm following a calendar along correctly. There. See, this is what I'm saying. That's cool. Look what Cody did.
Nice.
Cody did it. So if the Bellino people are looking for their giant inflatable gorilla after fireworks season, it's at Cody's house, okay? You'll be able to find it pretty easily. Next Tuesday is the day for you and everybody in the office that's going to be working hard on this. Shout out to everybody that's been with us on Facebook. There's a ton of them, including most of the folks on your team making some comments. So that's cool. We appreciate everybody that's tuned in, and we wish you well, certainly. And I'll just say selfishly, you know, from a Hy-Vee standpoint, on that back page, we're going to have a pretty hot wine and spirits ad.
Yes.
Some of which we started on Facebook already, and then there's a whole bunch more items. So look for that. And thank you, sir.
Hey,
good
anytime.
luck. I appreciate the time, and we'll talk to you your hand is freezing. You got the Frappuccino.
Gosh,
I was like, what's happening? Whew. The Frappuccino hand. That could be like a secret handshake move. All right, let's go. How about to the aisle cam, if we could, near the meat department, because it looks so good over there. CBI Bank and Trust aisle cam. If you're looking for something to put on the grill tonight, oh, man, you can get everything you need here at the Hy-Vee, everybody. And if you're going to get something from the meat department and it's going to be like a burger or a brat, you should also get bakery fresh buns. It's a good combination. Right there, you can see a Choice Reserve top sirloin filet. Doesn't that sound good? Ryan, steak and eggs for breakfast. Are you okay with that? Oh, yeah, he says. Ryan, not even skipping a beat, that Mr. Broderson over there. Oh, yeah. Very excited, Ryan Broderson, everybody. Ashley Lovelace says, I vote yes to Tony wrestling the gorilla. Okay, well, great. Looks like I'll just have to take one for the team. I feel like I would bounce off of that. Like if I ran full speed, now that could be a whole thing in itself. I would fly out to 61. I mean, that thing is huge, right? All right, you could tell from the picture that Cody took. All right, as I mentioned, today, Paul Bunyan Day, which is fitting. We're talking about giant things. Paul Bunyan was a giant man. Sometimes I feel like Paul Bunyan is a giant person. Okay, so listen, I want to say thanks to our guests. I have a couple things that I'm going to mention as we get ready to wrap up, but I want to say thanks to Captain John DeNovo. We talked about these awesome shrimp that he's got here at the store. Get them while they last. I can't believe we still have some here to sample. That's good news. Thanks to my kids, Henry and Ted, for taking time to be here out of their very busy schedules. They've got a lot going on. They had their people call my person, and we arranged that, and thanks to Chris Anderson with Discover Muscatine. Okay, Ryan, I think I just wanted to, guys, maybe like the bakery fuel saver and then the fireworks tent, and we'll go to the job board. So I'm going to kind of cut things short a little bit just because we want to get the weekend started, and the store is busy this morning, and we're gonna have a fun day. Probably be bagging groceries a lot. So you buy everything on this flyer, Mike Snook, you would save $1.15 off per gallon. I know you love the bakery. That Mike Snook can't get enough of it. 20-cent fuel saver, Brian Mueller, cornbread, hamburger, hot dog buns, coffee cake, cookie trays, garlic foil bread, and garlic crown bread. Look at Brian Mueller. He's carrying watermelon. Now, is that a prop, or are you going to cut that one? What's happening? How long till we get locally grown watermelons?
It's going to be a while.
Going to be a while. Okay, that's your produce update. Produce update brought to you by Broderson Cakes and the Brozone Cake. The Brozone Cake. The fireworks tent in our parking lot. MCSA, right? Muscatine Center for Social Action. That's a place that takes care of people. And as we're sitting here doing a show, there are people struggling with homelessness and needing help. And MCSA is there for them. You can purchase with a purpose. This is a fireworks tent that every single thing you buy, whether it's one bottle rocket or 100 Roman candles like Cody bought yesterday. He bought 100 Roman candles. He's trying to light them all off at once. Every purchase you make, a portion of sales gets donated to MCSA. The last 2 years, $30,000 donated to MCSA. This is a big deal. It's not about Hy-Vee. We're just happy to have them in our parking lot. This is about supporting the community. This is about taking care of MCSA. I can't say enough about it. We need MCSA in our town, the MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter. Ryan Broderson, if you got the quick hand today, I would love if you went on Facebook, Muscatine Center for Social Action's page. They just put something out the other day about some donations that the Domestic Violence Shelter is looking for specifically. So, yes, you can buy the fireworks, and a portion of each sale supports MCSA, part of that being the MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter. If you're at a place like Hy-Vee and you can afford to pick up a couple extra supplies, the Domestic Violence Shelter could use your help. So I am on the fundraising board for the Domestic Violence Shelter. It's right there, that post. If you want to click on that purple one, Rye Guy, that will show us what they need. Here you go. So again, this is for the Domestic Violence Shelter. You would take any donations to MCSA on Iowa Avenue and just leave a note that says this is for the Domestic Violence Shelter. Bath towels, dish soap, large black trash bags, and any type of universal phone chargers. Those are things that the Domestic Violence Shelter is looking for. It says right there how you can get things to the shelter, and I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, I'm all in for MCSA, and if you can buy fireworks and help people at the same time, why wouldn't you, is my charge. Fireworks tent open till 11 p.m., 8 a.m. till 11 p.m., through the 4th of July. What's interesting about that is that the ordinance for Muscatine says you got to stop lighting fireworks off at 10. So buy those fireworks before 10 p.m., even though the tent will be open until 11. What's going to happen is the Ryan Brodersons of the world are going to show up at 10:05. You got any fireworks left? Ooh. And then they're going to go light it off, and then they're going to get the whoop whoop po-po. 10:06 at the Bro House, the Bro Zone House. Whoop whoop. Police are there often enough already. They know where he lives. They're going to get him. The Bro House. Is that what you call it? The Broderson House? The Broderson family estate. They have a moat, everybody. Talk about alligators. The Brodersons have a moat. And you have to get to the moat by a boat. And then the Dross band comes down, and Sir Broderson the third, that's Ryan's cousin, will let you in. And then there's a court jester playing a fife. So, with that being said, let's get to the team staffing job board, who might be looking for fife players. I don't know. Maybe they need some Renaissance actors. Probably not. Team staffing has real jobs. Not that a fife player isn't a real job. I just don't know what kind of benefits you're going to get, because the fife I don't even think is an instrument anymore. Mary has an electronic technician. Pay is BOE. That is not BO. That is BOE, based on experience. So you're going to get paid based on your experience. This is temp to hire, degree required, first shift, 563-316-7634. If you haven't noticed, the espresso just kicked in, and I am I'm on fire right now. Brooke McCullough, who was on the show earlier this week, Brian Broderson, has general labor opportunities, $11 to $15 per hour, first and second shift. Call or email Brooke, 563-316-7636. bmccullough at teamssi.com is her email. And last but not least is Brooke once again, everybody. Brooke's bringing the heat. Literally bringing the heat with welders, $13 to $18 an hour, first shift, team staffing, over 100 jobs available. Call, walk in, go online, get all the details you need at Team Staffing. You know, one of the companies the Team Staffing works with is Raymond. Raymond, of course, here in Muscatine, employs a lot of people. How do I know that? Because yesterday I took a delivery of water and ice to Raymond, and it was right during one of their shift changes, and there's a lot of traffic going in and out of Raymond. And how do I know that? Because I sat in the traffic in the Hy-Vee van waiting to leave Raymond. So shout out to everybody at Raymond that's working hard. Making forklifts, right? Like, that's pretty cool. That's what they do there. They're making, you know who's never driven a forklift? I don't think you want to see this guy on a forklift. Might not be the best idea. I mean, if I got trained on how to do it, I could probably do it. Are there big and tall forklifts? Is that an idea for Raymond? Plus size forklifts. Think about it. All right, I have said enough. I'm tired of talking. Thank you for watching the show this week. Next week, programming note, we'll be here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, off Thursday, Friday, 4th and 5th of July. And I had a light bulb moment the other day, if I may, just for a minute. A lot of people have been asking me, because I had the pleasure the first 2 years of the Muscatine Soapbox Derby of announcing it. People saying, Tony, is there no Soapbox Derby? Why isn't it on the 4th of July? It's in October. Did you guys know this? I had a light bulb moment. The Muscatine Soapbox Derby is happening in October. I hope to be involved. I didn't even know. It was sent to me. Our friend Joel, as a matter of fact, Joel Krausar is the one that pointed it out, and I felt kind of like a dummy. So I'm happy to report that the Muscatine Soapbox Derby will indeed happen in October, and really excited to have that back in this community. Enjoyed having it on the 4th of July, but kind of a tough thing to coordinate. You know, we talk about, talk about National Logistics Day, and getting volunteers together to work on a holiday can be challenging. There's the Muscatine Soapbox Derby Facebook page, and I just hope that you'll keep an eye out if you're interested in participating. And I hope to be back announcing, because that was a lot of fun, and the date that I've heard, I think I have open in my calendar, so that feels really good. It'll be a Saturday in October. All right, I'm done talking. Like I said, we're going to have some shrimp, except for Ryan. He ain't going to have no shrimp. Ryan doesn't like shrimp. That's too bad. Anything I can get you, Ryan? You need anything? Toy Story 4 cookie. Surprised you didn't try and take a cookie out of my baby's hand. You didn't. Thank you for doing that. He thought about it, though. We'll be back Monday at 8:30, live on cable for the first time, Monday, July 1st, coming out of the gate hot. This show live on TV, oh, that is scary. You could have your breakfast with this guy. So if you watch us on your phone or your smart tablet, or just your not smart tablet, you can now watch us on Muscatine Power and Water, cable, Channel 5, thanks to Remax, live at 8:30. Oh my gosh, I am not ready. And might actually have to start putting some makeup on this thing. Just right here. Just like one smear of makeup. That's what we're going to do. That's what we got the budget for. So check that out. We'll be live. And, of course, we're going to keep the replays at night. Is that the plan? Excellent. So still be able to watch it at 7:30 and 10:30 p.m. Thank you to CBI Bank and Trust. Thanks to Toyota of Muscatine and to Team Staffing for their support. Thanks to Mike Ritchie at Ritchie Sound and Lights, because he's walking in the store right now, heading down aisle number 4. Shameless plug. I actually have to go see Mike to buy some speaker stands later. That's a true story. And he's in the store right now. Hey, listen, if you're going to wear a shirt with your business name on it and we're friends, I'm going to call you out during the show. It's not a bad thing. Just like the Brozone Cakes, right? He's got a Brozone Cake shirt on. You just can't see it. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll talk to you soon. We got to eat some shrimp. Goodbye.
Watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone.
Be very, very quiet while hunting wabbits.
We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community.
I'm trying to emote for the play that the alumni are putting on in Wilton this Friday, Saturday.
Questions, comments, know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Facebook or via email, hyveetoday@gmail.com.